Father's Day is often portrayed as a time of celebration, but for many people, the holiday can bring up feelings of grief, loss, estrangement, or complicated family dynamics. Our next guest says those emotions are more common than many people realize and offers guidance on how to navigate them with compassion. In her upcoming book, Father Wound: Break Unhealthy Patterns to Reclaim Your Worth and Power, she explores how our relationships with our fathers can continue to shape our confidence, boundaries, and emotional well-being long into adulthood. Joining us now is licensed psychotherapist, relationship expert, and author Terry Cole. Terry, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so Terry, Father's Day, as mentioned, it's often portrayed as this joyful celebration, but for many people, it brings up a lot of emotion, whether that's grief or disappointment, even anxiety. Why isn't this holiday a happy occasion for everyone?
Well, because not everyone has that hallmark picture perfect relationship with their fathers. And I think that you can really feel the pain of that on Father's Day. It's like shining a light on what you didn't have if you didn't have a great relationship with your father. Some people are estranged from their fathers. Some people have gone no contact, been abandoned by their fathers, or sometimes the father has simply passed away. And that can make it very sad as well.
Yeah, and whether someone has lost their father, like you mentioned, they're estranged from their dad, or simply had a complicated relationship growing up, what are some of the emotions that tend to maybe surface around Father's Day?
Grief is one of the biggest ones that I see. It could also be anger, but sadness, right? Just a sense of loss, because I think a lot of us have an idea of what we wanted to have as a relationship with our fathers. And I think a lot of people didn't have that. And even if your father is living, it may just be awkward, right? You're looking at these Hallmark cards that are like,
Mhm.
you are the best dad ever. And looking
Right.
at it like, maybe not, right? So it could just be awkward too.
Yeah, like you said, we're seeing the cards, we're even seeing all the social media posts that come with it. And your upcoming book is called Father Wound. What exactly is a father wound, and how can it continue to impact our confidence, relationships, and self worth well into adulthood?
So it's a psychological and emotional injury that develops when a father is emotionally unavailable, or a father figure. It doesn't have to be a biological father. Unavailable, critical, inconsistent, abusive, or just unable to provide the support, protection, and validation that a child needs. So that leaves an impact, right? It becomes a worthiness wound. And as children, we tend to make our father's limitations mean something about us, like
Mhm.
if I were better, if I had done more, if I got straight A's, if I were more accommodating, maybe I would be more worthy, or maybe my father would be more interested in me. So, what happens in adulthood is this can turn into people pleasing, perfectionism, difficulty trusting, staying in unhealthy relationships too long, overachieving, or constantly seeking validation from the outside.
That makes so much sense as you break that down, how when you deal with that as a child and how it bleeds over into adulthood. And Terry, for our viewers who know Father's Day may be emotionally difficult this year, what can they do to protect their peace and approach the day maybe with a little bit more self-compassion?
I think you can choose to stay away from the internet altogether, right? We don't have to opt in. We can actually consciously opt out. So instead you can dial into your own needs, right? Do you want to be alone? Do you want to be with friends? Do you want to be out in nature? Think about what would feel nourishing and soothing to you, and then do those things instead.
I like that. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing, do your own thing. And if there's one message you'd like viewers carrying complicated feelings this Father's Day to hear, what would that be?
That you're not alone in what you're experiencing. Give yourself permission to honor the truth of whatever you experienced. And remember, healing is an inside job, right? It does not depend on your father's awareness, participation, or approval. It belongs to you. And the most powerful thing that you can do is to choose yourself and continue building the life and relationships that you deserve.
I love it. Terry, thank you so much for these very, very powerful tips. And I'm going to make sure our viewers know where they can get a little bit more information about you. Terry Cole's book, Father Wound, will be available October 27th, but viewers can pre order now by visiting terrycole.com.